greeting, it doesn't say she's seen Mary. It said she heard Mary's greeting just by listening to Mary's voice. The child in Elizabeth's womb leaped of joy. And Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit just by listening to Mary's greeting. That's what it didn't say she's seen her yet. It doesn't say she hugged her already. It says Elizabeth heard Mary's voice and she was instantly filled with the Holy Spirit and the baby leaped in her womb. And then Elizabeth goes to say, and how does this happen to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? How does this, she was so amazed by who was in front of her that she went up and spoke, filled with the Holy Spirit. What happens when you're filled with the Holy Spirit? Who talks? You or the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit speaks through you. So the Holy Spirit spoke through Elizabeth's mouth and said in a loud voice, loud voice means louder than this, I'm sure. It says, and how does this happen to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? She acknowledged her as for what she is, the mother of my Lord. It's important to know this because a lot of people, guys, in life, you're gonna remember this. In life, people are gonna tell you that Mary is a woman like any other. They might tell you she's a woman like another. Or they might even tell you Mary's not the mother of God. Mary just gave birth to Jesus. And it's important that you recognize exactly what somebody who has the Holy Spirit in them will recognize. If any who has the Holy Spirit will recognize Mary for what she is, the mother of God. And anybody that does not recognize Mary as the mother of God is wrong. And it's you guys have to know this because as you guys can see, there's many denominations out there. We know that, the Catholic Church is the true church. It's been here for 2,023 years since Jesus Christ. There's proof of that. You can look this up in the internet. But there's people that, even by showing them the truth, telling them the truth, they just don't care, But it's important that you care. It's important that you learn. It's important that you understand what this passage means. This passage goes and shows that the Holy Spirit spoke and said that Mary is the mother of God. And this is why Catholics say that Mary is the mother of God. So, one thing, I have a question. Did Mary give birth to God? Did she give birth to God? Jesus is God, right? So then she gave birth to Jesus, who is Lord. Remember? Jesus Christ. God Father does not have a beginning or an end. Okay? So people might think, oh, well, Mary made God. No. Another thing for you guys to understand. Mary is not God. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that Mary is God. But it does say that Mary is the mother of God. Because she's the mother of Jesus Christ. Christ is Lord. Christ is God. The entire time He is in her belly. Guys, back in the Old Testament, who knows of the Old Testament on the times of Moses? Who knows about that Old Testament? Back in the Old Testament, guys, years ago, they had the Ark of the Covenant. It was a box of gold, like a golden box. Anybody knows what that is? Raise your hand if you know what the Ark of the Covenant is. Gianna, okay. Does anybody else know what the Ark of the Covenant is? The Ark of the Covenant, it's a box that they had years back that nobody can touch. because it was so holy. It had the commandments inside of it. It had the bread of manna that gives life. People even believe that God himself was inside the Ark of the Covenant. That holy, that's how holy it was. So do you think that Mary carrying Jesus in her womb, is she a woman like any other, or is she holy herself? She's holy. She's holy because she had Jesus, God, inside herself, gave birth to him, and that makes her holy. And it's important that you know this because the only one that hates Mary is, anybody knows who's the only one that hates Mary?
Satan.
Satan. The only one that hates Mary is Satan. Does anybody have an idea why he hates her? Okay, Jose? Because what? Yes, because she gave birth to Jesus, and through him the heavens have been opened. We're forgiven. Through him we have a chance to make it to heaven. We can redeem ourselves, and we can become holy ourselves. We're called to be saints. Because that, so somebody who says that Mary is a woman like any other, that she's just a tool, does that seem right to you? No. It's good for you to understand that, because the only one that wants Mary to be a tool, to be a woman like any other, is Satan. Thank you, Jose. Absolutely. It is Satan. He's the only one. Now, guys, in the cross, when Jesus was in the cross, do you know the passage of Jesus? When Jesus was in the cross, when you're gonna die, you have a will, right? There's people that have a will, and they want to leave their house to this person. They want to leave their bank to this person. When Jesus died, he had last words, just like we do when you were going to die. Your will, your last will. What do you want? Jesus gave his last will. Part of his last will was him on the cross telling us, woman, here's your son. He told the disciple whom he most loved, here is your mother. And it goes to say in the Bible that that disciple, since then on, took her into his home. Who is the beloved disciple? We are. We're the beloved disciples. Us that have Mary, that take Mary into our home, we're the beloved disciples. We're very loved. Loved by Mary. Loved by Jesus that gave us Mary and we took her. Loved by God Father who sent his Son for us, for our salvation. So yes, guys, this is the passage. I really do hope you guys can memorize it. If you want to write it down, write it down. There is prices for you guys. This passage, you're going to need it for your life. If anybody ever tries to tell you Mary's not the mother of God, you can go and say, hold on. Open your Bible to Luke 1:43. It says, how does this happen to me that the mother of my Lord should come to me? It shows that the Lord had a mother. And the mother was the mother of Lord. So this is a way for you guys to help others. Help not to fight with people, because you're supposed to love everybody. And people that do not understand these things are lost. And we need to love them with the truth and give them this. Hey, I can show you this. Come on, we can see this together.